Now, many of you will know by now that, of course, this week on Tuesday we got 3,000 life insurance registrations, or almost 3,000 life insurance registration from Nio, which was something that is pretty exciting, right? I mean, from that 3,000, ladies and gents, we got to see the breakdowns of how Nio did, or what it entailed in terms of the models or sales per models or insurance registrations per models, which is something that it was pretty exciting to see. I mean, something that I noticed on those figures, ladies and gents, is that ET5 right now has taken the first spot, or it's currently taking the first spot, which is something that I think it's quite incredible to see, because you will notice that the ES6 has been the one doing well in the previous months. Ever since the release of the ES6, most of the time we're seeing it being the one at the top, meaning that in terms of sales, it was the top selling EV model in all of the Nio models, which is something that was good until this week, ladies and gents. We see the ET5, which, by the way, the figures of the ET5 includes both the ET5 Touring and the ET5 Mid Sedan, came at the top, because as seen on the screen, ET5 had 1,470, whereas the ES6 had around 1,360 vehicles for the week, which is something that, like I said, it's something that it is showing us that the ET5 and the ET5 Touring are doing well in terms of sales. Now, as I've said it before, I'll say it again, the ET5 Touring is taking China by storm, because you know that Nio, when they came out with the ET5 Touring, they were not producing that car for China, but they were primarily producing that car for Europe, because touring models tend to sell well in Europe than in China. But we are seeing the ET5 Touring also doing pretty good in terms of sales, being one of the top models doing well in the Nio sales, which is something that is pretty exciting. So to get to see the ET5 and the ET5 Touring taking the top spot, I think it is pretty good, pretty awesome. And once again, it just shows that, especially with the ET5 Mid Sedan, it shows you that the demand for that car, it's still there. The demand for the ET5 Mid Sedan, it is still there, which is something that is pretty exciting, pretty amazing. I mean, you all know that both the ET5 Touring and the ET5 Mid Sedan, price wise, they are almost similar. I think the starting price is around $42,000, and to get to see them selling the way they are, I think it is pretty exciting. And as I'm saying, these are the cheapest Nio models, as you can never buy any cheaper Nio model less than this amount. So these are the cheapest Nio models that you can buy if you are wanting to buy the Nio car, which is something that is, of course, pretty exciting. Now, the ES6, on the other hand, I think the starting price is just over $50,000, which is something that, again, it shows you that the fact that we are still seeing this car doing pretty good, also because I don't think the gap is that much. And one thing for sure is that, like I said, the sales for the ET5, or this 1,470 ET5 sales, ladies and gents, they consist of two, of course, vehicles, whereas this 1,360 is just the ES6. So yeah, the ES6, if we are to look vehicle per vehicle, it is still doing pretty well. But if we are to look at a model, which Nio, of course, have got 8 models, which 2 of them are the ET5 and the ET5 Touring, which is, of course, the same thing, almost the same thing, but the other one is a shooting brake or the station wagon. So yeah, man, I think I was pretty excited about this, and to get to see that a vehicle like the ET5 is still scooping, getting some sales, it is something that is pretty exciting, and it makes me to obviously remain long and strong onto the Nio stock. I mean, Nio yesterday finished the day up over 8%, which is something that I think the Nio investors, we all liked how the Nio stock ended. I mean, so many of the people right now, they're starting once again to talk about Nio, Xpeng, Leodo, which we've been talking about these stocks to say the low trading price are not supposed to be taken as bad things, but they're supposed to be taken as opportunities for you to scoop in more shares, which is something that is pretty exciting, pretty amazing. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the likes button, comment and subscribe, and once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell. Otherwise, tell me what you think about the ET5 mid-sedan sales and the ET5 touring, ladies and gents, surpassing of course the ES6, which is something that of course it is pretty exciting to see. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.